Smackdown Hot Takes, and well, we gotta go quick because the PLE is in a matter of hours, so I woke up early, I got my breakfast right here. Let's get started with the Truth Slanger. I'm thinking they should have saved the Bloodline match for Survivor Series War Games. I'm thinking that too. However, if the Saudi Prince wants to crown the best champion of all time, he's gonna do it. If the Saudi Prince wants 7 matches on a PLE and not 5, he's gonna get it. And if the Saudi Prince wants Roman Reigns on his PLE, well, he's gonna get it. That oil money just hits a little different. That is from a comment on the last video. I forget who it was, but I'm gonna go back, search it out, so I can quote you next time I quote that, because that might be my new saying when it comes to these Saudi videos. But you're absolutely right. That's what I think they should have done. But let's be honest, who could have Roman fought if it wasn't in this? Because I don't think they want to have him have any singles matches unless it's a big freaking deal. And I think his first singles match will either be Saturday Night Main Event. That's probably it. Honestly, I think that's where it's at. So they really had to do some kind of team up. And it's kind of weird that it's going to be 3 versus 3 right now when War Games is just going to add one more person. So I agree with you, should have waited. But as we said, that oil money, it hits different. Come at me now. Indy Hartwell will be let go after her performance on SmackDown. True and untrue, and I think this was more of a joke than not, but Indy Hartwell, the person who was teaming up with Candice LeRae, she will be let go after SmackDown. That's the true part, but the false part is she was actually let go before SmackDown. This was a taped episode, and it was revealed that 3 people actually were released from their WWE contracts or were not going to get re-signed, and Indy Hartwell was one of them, which is kind of surprising in that she finally gets airtime. And this is when they let her go? Like, why are we putting her on air if we kind of knew that the writing was on the wall that she was gonna go away? And I'm just really surprised. And I'm not 100% sure if this is true, but I saw on Facebook that there were posts, Sean Ross Sapp saying, Indy Hartwell has been released. And then Indy Hartwell responding saying, wait, what? So I understand that not everybody's going to make it to the top of WWE, and it's just an unfortunate part of business that sometimes you do have to release people. If they're not cutting the mustard, you got to release them. But if they find out through a third party on social media that they've been released, that's wrong. That to me is wrong, and WWE should definitely apologize to Indy if that happened. Hot take, trying to become a full-time YouTuber is a ludicrous dream, but I'm going to try to make it happen with this belt right here and you beautiful people out there. And I'll give you this belt. All you got to do is comment below, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And if you wouldn't mind, see that thumbs up button? Hit that as well. That kind of, sort of, really helps get my videos out there to people who have not been exposed to this channel yet. And then I will pick a random commenter once I hit 10K subscribers, which I'm not that far away. So yeah, we're within striking distance. I will give this away on a live stream. All you gotta do, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, help me out. Let's get to the next one, because like I said, time's a ticking. WTF patch. It was fresh to see Solo's point of view on the OG Bloodline reunion. When the Usos turned their backs on Roman, it was him who did all the dirty work for the Tribal Chief. Solo has been cooking. 100%. Where did this Solo come from? 100%. He is so awesome right now. I love Roman Reigns, but maybe there's a place in my heart for this Tribal Chief as well. Solo is cooking. And it is interesting to see his point of view because, you know, Roman did actually promise him the Ula Fala when he left, and now he wants it back. I could see Solo being a little like, you know, wait, what? What are you doing? You know, you left. I'm just doing what we said, we talked about. And he also brings up the claims that, you know, the Usos abandoned him, but it was Solo who did all the dirty work. It was Solo that was always there for him. It was Solo, it was Solo, it was Solo. And now I'm the bad guy? Maybe Solo has some claims, and the best villains are the ones that have, I don't know, some truth in what they say. So I'm digging Solo. Keep cooking, man. Keep cooking, Tribal Chief Solo. Sorry. did you go to this SmackDown? I'm pretty sure I saw you in the crowd. No way, I didn't go. I wish. I definitely wish. And I have this crazy idea that if I ever go to a SmackDown, I'm going to hold up a sign with a QR code of this channel. That's kind of what I low-key want to do. And there is a Raw coming at the end of the year to Houston, Texas, where I'm kind of from. But honestly, I'm kind of broke. I don't know if I can afford it. I bought that Roman belt. I bought those shirts. I have another shirt bundle coming. I'm going to try, though. Maybe if I sell some plasma. We'll see. We'll see. And if I do, you'll see a giant QR code of this channel. That's when you know it'll be me, because I am not above cheap tactics to get more subscribers. Hence the belt giveaway. Southpaw Jimmy, the yeet heard around the world, actually makes Roman look weak, subordinate, and his character will be diminished forever if there's no correction at Crown Jewel. What kind of correction are you talking about here? Does Roman have to turn on Jey? Yeah, you know what? I think now that Roman is a good guy, it's just, when you're a good guy, you have to change a little. Or maybe not even a good guy, but a tweeter, you have to change a little. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Rattlesnake, even as a, just a rough and tough dude that was all alone and needed no help, he even went out to help Stephanie McMahon when she had been kidnapped by The Undertaker and was about to be forced into a marriage of darkness. I love wrestling because I can say that sentence and everybody just kind of agree and nod their head with me. Anywhere else they'd be like, wait, what did you say? But yeah, even Stone Cold did things and was nice. Like, he was nice to Mankind here and there. And Roman Reigns, now that he's a good guy, well, he yeeted. And I don't think that this diminishes him as a character and that he is ruined and spoiled. No, it just means that he has softened his edges in regards to family. And honestly, what's going to happen if he didn't? How would Jey Uso rejoin Roman if Roman didn't give some concessions? So I'm okay with it. Now, if this was Roman Reigns, before WrestleMania 40, well, you'd have a point. Shine, 11/22/3. Cody Rhodes' reign is similar to Punk's 343-day reign. Both of them are overshadowed by Roman and Cena, respectively. Today will be the true test. We have now Cody Rhodes, champion versus champion. There is no excuse to not put him on last other than we have Roman Reigns on the card. Don't get me wrong, original bloodline versus new bloodline. That is a marquee match, but it's not War Games. If this was War Games, I could understand them putting on the specialty match that the whole show is named after. I can understand them putting that on last. But the fact of the matter is, that's just a match, and we have champion versus champion. If Cody Rhodes does not main event tonight and Roman Reigns does, then this comment becomes the truest comment of all time. Because I get what you're saying, and he does kind of feel overshadowed. Maybe not to the extent that Punk was, but at the end of the day, Roman is overshadowing him. And tonight, Crown Jewel, it's the real test. Whoever main events tonight is the true guy. The smartest idiot, who, by the way, I love your name, says the OG Bloodline needs to lose because it would make Thugline look so weak for them to lose to an unfocused and outnumbered Bloodline. First off, I noticed he said Thugline. Love that too. Was that Got the Nation that made that name up, or has the Thugline thing been a thing? Because I never heard it until like 2 or 3 hot take videos ago. So if Got the Nation created the Thugline, I love that. I love that. But even if he didn't, I still love it. Anyways, so I agree with this statement. I 100% agree with this statement in that I'm a big proponent of tag team champions should beat two solo stars that are coming together in some kind of angle. Even if they're the two top guys, I always want the tag team champions, or just tag team in general, to win, because this is a cohesive unit that has been practicing. And what the smartest idiot is saying here is the Bloodline have been on the same page since day one after WrestleMania 40, while now we have Roman and Jimmy, who, yeah, okay, they're kind of on the same page with Jey Uso, even though him and his brother are the Usos and one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Jey Uso's in a different headspace now, and him and Roman, for the first time, coming together again, two alpha males now, you know, because Jay's no longer the beta here. He is an alpha male side by side with Roman. They are not fully on the same page. They have the same goal. The end goal is the same, but they are not a cohesive unit like the Thug Line. So I'm on board with the smartest idiot. I do feel that Solo Sikoa's team needs to get the W. Jay is pretty. I think WWE is teasing a failed cash-in with Tiffany, and I'm kind of nervous about that. Yeah, it was kind of surprising that Tiffany came in and just gave her game plan away. I wonder if it's because of pivot from the Rhea Ripley situation, because Rhea broke her orbital bone or fractured it, so now that she's no longer in play, they're kind of saying, hey, you know, we've got options here. But yeah, I don't know why Tiffany said what she said. It's one thing to say, I'm going to cash in on you, Liv, but it's another thing for her to say, or maybe I'll cash in on you, Nia. Why would she give her plan away like that? And Corey Graves made a lot of mention of that too on commentary, and he was absolutely right. You don't call your shot like that when you have the money in the bank. You just take the swing and you hit a home run. Acknowledge me. Hot take, I'm a better wrestler than Russell Flop. He calls me Russell Flop. That's our thing. But yeah, you might be a better wrestler. You might be a better wrestler, but let me tell you something. I'm kind of like Cody Rhodes. I'm all smiles, you know? But there's a heel side of me. There's definitely a heel side to me. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. So you might out-wrestle me, acknowledge me, but at the end of the day, my hand will be raised. And you know who will be acknowledged? Me. Next hot take. Patrick! Wrestle Chop, it's like you said, they may lose at Crown Jewel and bring in the honorary Oos for War Games, or he interferes in the match at Crown Jewel. Yeah, Sami Zayn, he's got a part to play, but I'm beginning to think that he's going to go with Solo Sikoa's Thug Line, and not only that, but truth be told, in the last hot take video, I started to kind of move to Solo bringing in Sami as opposed to Roman bringing in Sami. Like, I don't know what it was, but in the middle of that video, I changed my opinion on where Sami should go, and I kind of want Sami with Solo. But if Sami goes to Roman, I'll be very happy with that too. I just want to see old school Bloodline Sami. I want to see Hype Man Sami, the guy who bounces around everywhere. I love that Sami. Speaking of Sami, Babs is here. Sami will interfere somehow. Yeah, I definitely see Sami interfering somehow. I would say that he's going to interfere and team up with Solo Sikoa. Like I just said, I kind of low-key want that. But this is Saudi Arabia, and Sami Zayn is huge in Saudi Arabia, so it would be kind of awkward for him to help the bad guys. So he helps and interferes in behalf of Roman, and that gives them the victory. He joins Roman Reigns, but what if then at War Games, he then costs them the match by siding with Solo. So Sami Zayn becomes like the evil traitor at War Games. But I don't know. I kind of want Roman and them to lose here because it feels like it's the super team is back and they can't lose. So that's the best time to make them lose. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Sami, at this point, after what Jay said to him on Raw, could go either way. Monster Jam Ronnie, Kairi Sane absolutely has to get a world championship. I wish she would. I liked her in NXT, but I really don't think she's going to do it. I think she's with Io Sky, and Io Sky is the one that they are going to make champion. She got the win over Bianca Belair. She got the victory tonight. Yeah, I think Io Sky is the one in that tandem that is going to be champion. Kairi Sane, Definitely credible, though. I'm not saying she shouldn't. I'm just saying I don't think she will. I think it's going to be Io Sky, and then once Asuka comes back, it'll be Asuka again. I think Kairi Sane is unfortunately in a position that there are too many other people just ahead of her in line within her group. But if it happens, I'm definitely okay being wrong. Phil Stewart, 2037. The way I see it, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns is on the same page. However, Survivor Series is right around the corner, so I believe Sami Zayn will team up with the original Bloodline against Bloodline 2.0. Yeah, kind of already talked about that. I do see, though, that Jey Uso and Roman, while, yeah, on the same page, they still have some, I don't know, they're still going to have something going on there, I hope. And so maybe they're in the same book, and maybe they're in the same chapter, but on the same page? Not exactly, but will that be enough for them to get the win? Jey is pretty. I feel like the Bloodline reunion was rushed, but at least this is leading to cinema at War Games. Yeah, it definitely was rushed. At first, I was like, nah, they got plenty of time. They can do it. And I do believe that. I do believe they had plenty of time, but I think Crown Jewel made things get a little awkward. There are some plot holes, like when Jimmy showed up to Raw, Jey was like, no, get out. I said, no, bye. And then Jey shows up to SmackDown, and what he says to Solo is fine. Like, hey, man, why do we got to break up the family like this? But then instantly, when they were backstage, Jey smiles at Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, hey! So it's like their relationship was suddenly mended, and let's be honest, the first interaction between Jey and Roman backstage, wasted. We could have got a "this is awesome" chant when we saw them in the ring for the first time. It's like, why did we miss this opportunity to have Roman and Jey for the first time meeting with the crowd just going ballistic? So yeah, I definitely feel that parts of this story have been rushed, and I think it's more because of Crown Jewel than anything. Jey is pretty has a couple in. Now, if you do multiple comments, I don't guarantee that you're going to get them all in, but let's just find out. I film them, and if I can, I will. Io Sky is definitely underrated. I wonder if her pinning Bianca means they are retaining tomorrow. Actually, Io Sky did not pin Bianca Belair here. She pinned her a couple months ago on Raw. Maybe that's what you're thinking about. But on SmackDown, Lash Legend was about to be pinned by Bianca Belair. She hit Bianca Belair off the top rope and then stole the victory. So that means Bianca didn't actually get the pin. She lost, but she didn't lose. You know what I mean? And I don't like that Lash Legend actually got pinned. I don't want the rookies to be getting pinned here, because I want Lash Legend to actually keep looking strong, because I'm loving what they're doing with her. And I really feel, instead of Piper Niven, they should have put in Chelsea Green, and Chelsea Green could have taken the loss, because Chelsea Green, her character is strong enough to lose and not be really affected. Christian Jasso, once the Usos win the tag titles again, I want Jey Uso to continue to strive for singles gold and dethrone LA Knight, making Jey Uso a double champ. You know what? I kind of want that too now that you say it. I would love that. They have teased Jey Uso and LA Knight before when they were in the Money in the Bank, but let's those guys go at it. Let's have YEET versus, yeah, that would be cool, actually. And maybe at that point we have LA Knight go into the main event scene. What about that, right? The Usos winning the tag titles. I know I kind of glossed over that. It'll happen. I don't even know. That's just gonna happen. But I kind of don't want it to happen in the sense of this. If it's just going to be a pawn in the Bloodline storyline, then just keep it in the pure tag team division. I get it. The Usos are a pure tag team. If the Usos get the title, then the only persons who really benefit from it are Tungaloa and Tama Tonga, but they're already benefiting from just being in the Bloodline storyline. So if the tag titles are out of play, that means Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Pretty Deadly, Street Profits, they all have nothing to really do. So let's just keep them away from it. But I am okay with Jey Uso and LA Knight going at it because, well, like you said, Jey Uso going after the LA title, it's kind of assuming that he's no longer in the Bloodline. It's like after all of that. Playing hot potato with the tag titles is a good idea between Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Street Profits, and even the Usos when they're done with the Bloodline storyline. When the Bloodline storyline is done, I kind of want the Usos to be done with each other for a while. Not like before where they hated each other, but just on different brands, going their separate ways, going after singles stuff on their own. But I do like what you said about hot potato between the tag team titles, and they kind of did that during the Attitude Era with Hardy's, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys, and let me tell you something, it created stars, superstars. That hot potatoing, I'm not a huge fan on, but it worked then, and it could work now with the tag team titles. It would be amazing. Throw in a couple stipulation matches here and there, and we've got something. Damage Control needs Shantae back. I'd love to see Io Sky to be doing good as a single star, and Kairi and Shantae to hold the tag titles. Honestly, that is definitely in the realm of possibility. I can see that actually literally happening right there. That comment, I can see it happening. Gabe Riviera. I would love to see Nia Jax be the first crown champion. I love that thickness. Are you down with the thickness? Not saying Liv Morgan doesn't deserve it, but Nia Jax deserves it more. I would love Nia Jax to win it also. However, we have different reasoning, but you love Nia's thickness. I love that for you. WT Patch. Tiffany was the hottest story and promo of today. She did good. Yeah, they're definitely teasing the face turn. It was definitely here. She kind of was like, hey, I'm kind of tired and sick of all of you, and I don't like that she called her shot and told Nia that she's a potential victim of the cash-in, but it also does allow her to be a face, and I think that's where they're going. Hopefully they don't swerve us and it's a failed cash-in, but I think high possibility she wins it tonight. One of the titles. Probably Liv, though, now that Rhea is out. Roman YEET was expected, but yet felt unexpectedly good. 100%. Like, I knew it was coming. I even have a short, literally calling it before he says it, and then he says it, and I was like, heck yeah, that was awesome. I knew it was happening, and yet, unexpectedly, felt better than I thought it would. The main event was okay-ish. The rest of the show didn't feel like a go-home SmackDown like always. Honestly, lately, go-home SmackDowns or Raws don't feel like that because they aren't. They're more of pre-shows or an extension of the PLE itself, and it just bleeds into the PLE the next day. Because if you remember, even the Bloodline ladder match with DIY and the Street Profits, that had nothing to do with the PLE, and yet that was the last match before the PLE. So they changed the format of SmackDown and Raws, and I think it's because they don't have to sell tickets anymore, honestly, or they have to sell PLEs. They know everybody's subscribed, so they've changed everything. But you said the main event was okay-ish. Yeah, it was okay-ish, but what I liked afterwards was, you know, we had the little graphic come on the corner, and then Kevin Owens attacked. Then Gunther grabbed Cody Rhodes. I like that they put heat on those matches. My fear is this, though, that the bad guys stood tall. When the bad guys stand tall before the PLE, a lot of times they lose. I don't want Gunther losing. I really don't want Gunther losing. I don't care if Kevin or the entire National Guard has to prevent Cody from winning. I do not want Gunther losing, but we'll see. And our final comment. I'm glad Solo is finally getting to explain a bit more why he's doing this, and he's not lying when he says, I'm the bad guy because every time he needed me, I was there. He was never there to help me. Straight fact. Yeah, Roman, he never came out to help anyone other than himself, and Solo was always there to help him no matter what. But it can be argued that was what the role of an enforcer is to do. You know, he's Roman's enforcer, not the other way around. But regardless, it was nice to start seeing that Solo, you know, he has a reason. It's not just, I want power. No, he feels like, I don't know, that he got the short end of the stick, and now he's just trying to take the long end. It's nice to see Solo on this path of being a character and actually having layers as opposed to this just one-dimensional, watered-down tribal chief. I'm loving Solo Sikoa right now. I'm loving the direction that WWE is going. Is it perfect? No. There have been some plot holes, but overall, WWE is in a great place right now. I cannot wait to see Crown Jewel. Hopefully I get this video all a good hour or two before Crown Jewel. Let's find out. I'm going to turn it off and get right onto the editing. Guys, girls, let me know your comments below. I'll see you after Crown Jewel for my review. Have a good day.